Do you know how many women walk through the world without realizing just how extraordinarily captivating they are? And no, I'm not just referring to physical appearance. There's something infinitely more powerful than that. I'm talking about that subtle essence, that unique way of moving, observing, and expressing yourself that can leave a man completely bewildered, even if you don't notice it yourself. The most fascinating thing, you often undervalue it. You believe that because you don't fit a certain beauty standard, you can't possibly be that alluring. But what truly captivates goes far beyond a slim waist or flawless makeup. It's that silent confidence, that authenticity that cannot be faked, that energy you emit when you enter a space without saying a single word. Today, I want to reveal the clearest signs that you are far more attractive than you realize. Men, though we try to hide it, absolutely notice and experience this deeply. Some signs are so subtle you might not realize how impactful they are, but believe me, we do. Stay until the end, because the ninth sign is one of the most overlooked by women, but for us, it's one of the most irresistible. Sign 1. Men get nervous around you. This is one of the most genuine yet underestimated indicators. Often, when a man acts clumsily, avoids eye contact, or seems uncomfortable, you might interpret it as a lack of interest. But the exact opposite is happening. He's more fascinated than he can handle. Watch closely. When a man is attracted to a woman who dazzles him, his body betrays him. He touches his neck, adjusts his shirt, and crosses his arms for no reason. He speaks faster or slower because he's afraid of messing up. Sometimes he falls silent, not because he lacks personality, but because your presence throws him off balance. Some women don't just attract physically, they impose. Your beauty, energy, and attitude can make even an experienced man feel out of his depth. This discomfort is a powerful sign. If you notice a usually relaxed man becoming tense around you, changing his posture, or seeming more focused, believe me, you're having a deep effect. Don't dim your light to make him comfortable. Embrace that power. If a man gets nervous around you, it's because he sees you as worthy of much more than trivial conversation. Sign 2. People glance at you repeatedly. This might seem basic, but it's one of the strongest signs. When a woman is truly attractive, the environment registers it. You might think you're just walking by, but something about you draws attention. What's significant isn't just someone looking, it's that second look. The one where they've passed by but turned their head to look again. That means something about you left an impression that couldn't be satisfied with just a fleeting glance. That second look is the most sincere confirmation that there's something extraordinary about you. It has nothing to do with flashy clothes or perfect styling. Sometimes it's simply your way of walking, your posture, or your calm yet magnetic energy. Many women don't notice because they're focused on tasks or their phones, but if you've ever noticed someone looking twice without saying a word, that's an unmistakable sign that you possess something impactful, something inexplicable yet evident. Sign 3. You underestimate yourself, yet constantly receive compliments. This is one of the clearest paradoxes. Has it happened that on a day when you don't feel particularly beautiful, someone tells you that you look incredible? Or do you receive comments like, "I can't pinpoint it, but something is fascinating about you"? That's not a coincidence. It's clear proof that you emit captivating energy even when you don't notice it yourself. This is common in authentic women who aren't obsessed with perfection, but unconsciously awaken something in others. Maybe you think your hair isn't great that day, or your outfit isn't special, yet compliments still come. Why? Because your attractiveness goes beyond what you see in the mirror. There's something in your voice, your laugh, and the naturalness with which you move through the world that creates impact. The contrast between how you perceive yourself and how others see you makes it more powerful. You're not trying to impress, you're simply being yourself. That authenticity, combined with natural feminine energy, creates attraction that's impossible to ignore. Sign 4. They seek you out for insignificant reasons. This is a classic that many women don't notice. When a man feels attracted but doesn't know how to approach directly, he looks for any excuse to interact. These excuses are often trivial, asking for help with a task, needing an explanation, or requesting a recommendation. On the surface, it seems casual, but it's not. Men, when attracted to a woman, look for pretexts to start a conversation without making it obvious we're flirting. This especially happens when a woman intimidates us slightly because we like her so much. We won't approach directly with compliments, but we'll show up asking about trivial things just to be near you. If you notice this happening repeatedly, that someone always finds reasons to text, call, or approach you, there's your sign. What they're asking for isn't what matters. It's the underlying intention. They need to be near you to connect and to capture your attention. Sometimes a simple, "Hey, how do you do this?" really means, "I don't know how to approach you, but I want to be near you." Sign 5. Women criticize you without real reason. This isn't pleasant, but we need to address it honestly. When a woman is truly attractive, not just physically, but in her presence and energy, not everyone reacts positively. You might notice some women looking at you strangely, making passive-aggressive comments, or criticizing you for things that don't make sense. That unjustified criticism isn't about you, it's about how they feel when you're around. Your attractiveness can cause insecure people to look at themselves more harshly, triggering an involuntary reaction. Have you had someone call you stuck up when you hadn't said a word, or noticed someone trying to compete over something you weren't interested in? This doesn't mean all women react this way. Many will admire and be inspired by you, but when you notice unfounded criticism or uncomfortable looks, don't take it personally. Consider it a sign that you're shining brighter than you think. Your energy can make those who aren't secure feel uncomfortable. Though it isn't fair, it's one of the clearest signs of your attractiveness. Sign 6. People smile at you without knowing you. Walking down the street, at the supermarket, or on transportation, suddenly someone, especially a man, gives you a smile without apparent reason. He doesn't know you and isn't starting a conversation, but he smiles. Sometimes shyly, other times with confidence, as if saying, "Wow, what energy this woman gives off." That smile reflects what you project. When a woman is truly attractive, she radiates something that naturally draws people in. That magnetism causes men to feel the impulse to smile, a silent greeting, a silent, "I like you but don't know how to approach." A spontaneous smile cannot be forced. It emerges involuntarily as a direct reaction to the energy you unconsciously emit. So when someone smiles at you without an apparent reason, don't dismiss it. You're likely generating attention without even meaning to. Sign 7. Men in relationships look at you more than usual. I know this is delicate, but it needs mentioning. When a woman is truly attractive, her energy doesn't go unnoticed, and occasionally, even men in stable relationships struggle to avoid looking. You're at a gathering or cafe and catch that lingering gaze from someone who's not available, though they try to hide it because they know they shouldn't. Their body betrays them. Attraction isn't always controllable, especially when triggered by something deeper than physical beauty. It's not you deliberately causing those glances, it's your essence, your presence. You shouldn't feel uncomfortable or guilty. It's clear proof that your feminine energy is powerful, magnetic, and hard to ignore, even for those who are supposed to resist it. Sign 8. You receive attention on social media without showing much. You post a casual photo, no exaggerated poses, no revealing outfits, no attempt to seek attention, and still the messages come, likes multiply, and reactions don't stop. Sound familiar? When a woman is truly attractive, she doesn't need to show off to make an impact. Your authenticity, your gaze, and your natural way of being generate a vibration that crosses the screen. Men sense it, and sometimes even fear it, because they don't know how to handle so much feminine energy in such a subtle form. Many don't realize this power. You think you need to do more, show more, and create a more curated image. But your real power lies in your natural way of existing. That attention you receive without trying is one of the clearest signs you're far more attractive than you think. Sign 9. Men get confused around you. This is one of the clearest signs, and also the most misunderstood. A man treats you with attention, seeks you out, and compliments you, then suddenly disappears as if nothing happened. After a few days, he comes back like nothing occurred. Confusing, right? Here's the reality. Many times, he's not playing games, he's struggling with what he feels. When a man is truly attracted to a woman he perceives as exceptional, that attraction can overwhelm him. He may feel intimidated, unsure what to say or how to act. So he pulls away, not because he's not interested, but because he's too interested. Some men run because they don't feel good enough. Others return once they gather courage. Both reveal the same thing. There's something about you that unsettles them in the best way possible. Sign 10. You don't realize your power. This is the most powerful sign of all. The most attractive women often don't know it or believe it. They move through life doubting themselves, comparing, and questioning whether they measure up when they're the ones making the difference. From a male perspective, it shows. It shows when you walk into a room without trying to draw attention, yet you do. When you speak simply without trying to impress, but end up impressing more than anyone else. Why? Because you're not trying, you're simply being. When a woman lives in that authenticity, it carries extraordinary power. But when you don't recognize it, that power remains half hidden. When you start to recognize it not from arrogance, but from calm, certainty of your worth, something shifts. Your body language, energy, and gaze, everything aligns. Sign 11. Your absence is noticed more than your presence. There are women whose absence is more noticeable than their presence. It's as if something dims once they leave that warm energy, that natural way you have of making everything flow. Suddenly, it's gone, and we feel it. Maybe no one says it aloud, maybe you don't notice. But when a woman is truly attractive, it's about what she makes others feel. When that presence is gone, the contrast becomes obvious. Conversations change, energy cools, and we find ourselves thinking about you. That's what makes you unforgettable. You don't just arrive, you remain in people's memory, in their thoughts, sometimes without even trying. Sign 12. Silence with you isn't uncomfortable, it's intense. Very few women notice this, but we men experience it. When a woman is truly attractive, there's no need to fill every second with words. Her presence generates such powerful energy that even silence becomes magnetic. Has it happened that you're with someone and there's sudden silence, but he doesn't fidget, doesn't check his phone, he just stays there as if he doesn't need anything else? That's pure attraction. It's not that he doesn't know what to say, he's processing what he's feeling about you. That comfort in silence, that effortless intensity, can only be caused by a woman who radiates something beyond the physical. A woman who transmits serenity, depth, and mystery, who, without speaking, is already communicating so much. How many of these signs have you noticed in your everyday life? Sometimes, what you don't see in yourself, others feel intensely. If this helped you see yourself from a new perspective, remember this: your way of walking, looking, and existing leaves a mark. Often, while you're questioning whether you're enough, others are longing for the chance just to get close to you. You are already much more than you think.